So to summarise, mobile phones, cordless phones, Wi-Fi, that entire telecommunication system is not only causing cancer and deaths in children, in adults, but it's also destroying the ecosystems, it's killing the bees, it's responsible for destruction of our oceans.
Exactly.
It's the biggest threat to this planet we've ever seen.
You're absolutely right. And what we need is we need the industry to be controlled. There is a level that the industry can function. It won't be totally safe, but it will be acceptably safe. It will not be safe for pregnant women, it will not be safe for children. It's like having motor cars on roads. We know every year there are going to be deaths. It's like having aeroplanes. We know every year so many are going to crash. There is a level which is acceptable. And let's be honest, cell phones can save lives. If you are a lady and your car breaks down on a dark road and you have a child in the car or you're pregnant, you can pull out a cell phone, dial a number, and they can be there. There is a use for them, and I would not like to see them go. But at the current level, it's what I call blind corruption with intentional ignorance from senior people. People are being lied to, and money is being made at the expense of children and people becoming ill and dying. The solution is to have a workable system that the entire world will agree. And the level has already been found. We don't have to think up what it is. The Bioinitiative report has already come up with a level that the nearest person to a transmitter must not exceed. So if there are 2 transmitters, they have a half of that. 4 transmitters, they have a quarter. But the nearest person must not exceed that level. And all we need now is somebody clever enough and brave enough to be able to say to the world, look, this is what is happening. We all have to live here. And this is the danger that is going on. Let's have an international agreement, one that actually works, where globally not a single person anywhere in the world is exposed to more than this Bioinitiative level. And in fact, since it was agreed on, a lot of scientists are now saying, no, it has to come down by a factor of 10. So already they are questioning that it's too high. But let's settle with the Bioinitiative level. If we could have that globally, the industry could still function. Your cell phone would still function. You may not be able to download pornography or movies or sport in your house. You would have to use a landline. But they would work outdoors, which is where you want them to work. The children laying on their beds would not be able to text each other all night. They would have to pick up a landline and use real words. But the system, there is a way for the system to work and everybody to be able to use it sensibly. And instead of a wire going into your ear or having the phone on your body or holding it here, you can use an air tube like a doctor's stethoscope and hold it away from your body. There are mechanisms that people who carry phones that protect the body from the radiation. There are mechanisms, they are just not used. The patent was taken out by, in fact, the mobile industry to show that they could be made safer. But of course, they don't tell you this, because if they tell you, they have to admit that there is an element of danger. So I'm not saying we have to scrap the industry. All I'm saying is we have to turn the knob down. That is all. To a level that is internationally agreed. There will be casualties, but there are casualties with road accidents, plane accidents. There are always casualties with everything we do, and there will be with this. But there is a level where the level of casualties is acceptable to the human population, but the ecosystem will be saved. The bees will be saved. We have no transmitters within several kilometres of any beehive. We have no transmitters within several metres of farms where pollinating insects have to work. Definitely no transmitters on hospitals, schools, old people's homes, which is where most of them are. It can be done. There is a way out of this, but I fear, like every single international agreement since, to my knowledge, 1992, to try and protect the environment, the ecosystems, the biodiversity, global warming, every single agreement has failed or been ignored or left to fizzle out. And I suspect that if we had an international agreement, because prime ministers love to be seen together, they love the photographs, they love all the cameras, and they love to come away to say, look, we're going to save the planet. They go away, and then it is left to fail. And my fear is that this is left to fail. And what we really need is an organisation that can pull the world together. And if we have leukemia clusters in schools, then somebody is legally accountable. At the moment, they're not. Somebody is legally accountable. And if the government allow a transmitter to be too powerful, the government are put in court and they are tried. And if the person has been made sick, they are sentenced. They must be legally responsible for what they do. That is what we need.